After completing high school studies, you may decide to join an institution to further your studies. But then, before deciding on what to pursue further, you have to consider things like your grades and many more other factors. Deciding between joining a college or a university may be a challenge. In most cases, we tend to be confused about differentiating the two. Is a college the same as a university? Find out in this college vs university comparison. To shed light on these differences, Professor Simon Marginson, a professor of higher education at the University of Oxford, provides insights on understanding the nuances between colleges and universities, helping students make informed decisions about their educational paths. So, what is the difference between college and university? We all have different opinions. Some tend to think that education at a university tends to be better than at a college, while others do not. Universities offer first and higher degrees, including postgraduate programs, while colleges are for programs beyond school that do not necessarily involve degrees. In the United States, the word college is used for almost everything, at the first degree level. People talk about going to college when they're going to prominent research universities. College can also mean four-year colleges, liberal arts colleges, or for-profit colleges. The word is used very broadly in the U.S. In the English system, colleges are usually seen as separate from universities, and colleges are mostly colleges for further education, which offer some higher education programs but also mostly sub-degree programs. Other tertiary, you might call them. But then, when you look at the names of universities in the UK, you'll see that there are universities called King's College London and University College London, which are giant global universities. The word college in the UK is also sometimes applied to universities. But generally speaking, when people in the UK say college in general, they don't mean university. When you go to other countries, it's different again. Different kinds of institutions have different names. For example, the second higher education sector in the Netherlands is called the Universities of Applied Sciences. They could have been called colleges or polytechnics, but they're called Universities of Applied Sciences. The same broad title is used in Finland and Germany, where the Fachhochschulen is similar, I suppose, to the Universities of Applied Sciences. There are many things to consider when deciding between university vs college courses. Some of these things include on-campus facilities and amenities, accreditation, type of school, affordability, geographic location. What is the difference between a college and a university? Have a look at the major variances between the two. What's the difference between college and university? Colleges are referred to as higher institutions that offer undergraduate degrees and certificates. They cater to various students such as high school students, adult learners, and many more. They focus more on teaching and are less devoted to research efforts, although many colleges still have research programs. Unlike in university, college education focuses more on everyday, functional or applied knowledge and practical learning, more or less teaching you how to do things. A course at a college can range from 1 to 3 years. Types of colleges: community colleges, they are also called junior colleges, they offer associate degrees and certificate programs. Vocational and technical colleges, they provide specialized training for specific career fields. Liberal arts colleges, they offer diverse education to students consisting of different subjects. Advantages: they have a closer and more unified student community. There is a focus on undergraduate teaching. Students are likely to get more personalized attention from lectures. They are more devoted to undergraduate teaching and less focused on research efforts. Tuition costs a fraction of a 4-year university, making them more affordable. For students with certain interests, colleges often have additional curriculum specialization. Disadvantages: most have fewer overall programs offered. They do not offer direct access to more advanced degrees. They lack diversity. There are usually fewer resources and facilities for conducting research. Faculty at colleges are less likely to be leading researchers in their fields. Some may not offer the same resources or diversity of people and studies as a larger university. Students are likely to need more education to get a higher paying job. A university is an institution of higher education and research that awards academic degrees in several academic disciplines. What is the difference between university and college? Some universities offer special programs where their students can earn both an undergraduate and a graduate degree in a reduced amount of time. Universities are generally bigger and prestigious institutions offering both graduate and undergraduate degrees. Statistics also show that university graduates have more earning power compared to college graduates. How long do you go to university for? Most undergraduate degrees take about 3 to 5 years to complete. Unlike in college, where students are not many in a class, at the university, you are likely to sit in a lecture theater with over 150 people, listen to a professor talk, and then read and hand in assignments and essays. Types of universities: research university, they have professors who conduct research, report their findings, and teach. Many research universities emphasize academics rather than vocational training, and students may not be prepared for specific professions. Public university are universities that the state/government funds. Private university receive no public funding. Advantages: offers more programs and has a more diverse community of students. Lecturers are likely to be well-known experts in their fields of study. Availability of research opportunities. There is more access to advanced degrees and more interaction with graduate students. Disadvantages: students do not switch majors at a university because of the bureaucracy involved. More costly. Large class sizes. Research is prioritized over undergraduate teaching. There is less personalized attention from professors and lectures. What is better, college or university? All things considered, you might want to join programs that are offered through university and college partnerships. With these kinds of programs, you would generally spend a year in college to earn a diploma and then a further 3 or 4 years in university to earn your degree. Such a route is likely to be the best. Finally, before making any hasty decisions, do a lot of research, talk to former and current university and college students about what they are doing and their current feelings about the whole thing, and ask potential employers what kind of education they'd suggest to prepare you for the real world best. As your student explores the options for furthering their academic and career goals through their education and earning a degree, they'll likely notice something interesting. One school may be labeled a college, while another is labeled as a university. It isn't uncommon for people to use the two terms interchangeably in conversation. But, when it's time to choose a school, students may worry that it's incorrect to treat each option like they are the same. This leads many high school students to wonder a few things, including: if your student is trying to pick an undergraduate degree from a school and wants to understand the difference between college and university in the USA. If your student wants to understand the difference between a college vs university in the USA, it's important first to learn what each one is and how it generally operates. That way, the differences are easier to spot. Generally, though not universally, colleges are educational institutions that focus on undergraduate degrees. They may focus on particular subject areas, like fine art or technology, or offer a broad range of majors, encompassing both arts and science programs. Liberal arts colleges are the most common specialty colleges for undergraduate students. These schools encourage students to explore a broad array of subjects instead of focusing on one area. Colleges can be of any size in terms of their student populations. While many colleges are smaller institutions, some are quite large. For example, Broward College has about 40,800 students. Typically, universities offer undergraduate degrees but also have graduate degree programs available. More often than not, universities support a range of majors. However, this isn't universally true. Niche universities are not the norm, though some do exist. At times, large universities refer to their various departments as colleges, which can create some confusion. For example, a university might have a college of mathematics. In that regard, college is used in place of program, department, or something similar. It isn't a separate entity, per se, just part of the larger whole. The largest higher education institutions in the US tend to be universities. For example, the biggest one, Liberty University, has more than 100,000 students enrolled, offering more than 700 programs. However, universities can also be of any size, just like colleges. One of the smaller ones is Lincoln University, which has a student population of about 2,240. The main difference between college and university usually isn't physical size or enrollment numbers. Instead, it is the breadth of the educational experience the school offers. For example, a college typically focuses on undergraduate programs with a limited number of degree levels. Community colleges, also called two-year colleges, concentrate on associate's degrees and potentially some similar length vocational programs. There are also four-year colleges. There, the primary educational focus is on bachelor's degree programs. Universities typically offer more options. For example, there may be bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs available at the school. In many cases, the defining differences stop there. While it is more common to find robust research opportunities at universities, colleges can have them, as well. Both colleges and universities can have large or smaller student bodies, active sports teams, or religious affiliations, for example. None of those characteristics belong solely to one or the other. An institution doesn't have to be public or private to be called one name or the other. There are public and private colleges, as well as public universities and private universities. Yes, some institutions buck the trend with graduate programs. For example, Dartmouth College offers graduate degrees, and so does the College of William and Mary. While the breadth of the educational experience for graduate students tends to be the differentiator, a school that offers graduate degrees isn't required to call itself a university. There are no rules that make that a necessity. However, in many of the cases where a school doesn't follow the trend, the primary reason is tradition. For example, the school may have started as an undergraduate program-only institution, only to broaden its offerings later. Instead of going through a name change, the school decides to remain a college, even though its offerings better align with universities. No, a school isn't automatically better just because it's a university instead of a college. There are many excellent schools in both categories. The label alone doesn't dictate the quality of the experience. Choosing between college and university. Students who are trying to pick a school shouldn't necessarily focus on the name. There are outstanding schools in both categories, so students shouldn't rely on a college or university label when trying to decide where to go to further their undergraduate education. Instead, students should consider the various aspects of a school's experience. For instance, the cost of attendance, the quality of the teachers, class sizes, the school's reputation, student reviews, and similar considerations should all factor into the decision-making equation. Every school offers something different, and students have different needs and preferences. If your student is trying to figure out which option is right for them, whether college or university is in the name generally shouldn't matter. Instead, they should focus on finding a school that will give them what they need to thrive. That way, they can have their ideal educational experience, whatever that may be. Thank you for watching this video.